Hey YouTube, what goes on? Welcome to Disavowed Action Figures with a very impromptu live at 7:05. That's right, here we are back face on camera, talking figgies, talking toys, talking action figure news. I didn't plan to go live tonight. I didn't do it. I got out of work, went on a toy hunt. News about that in a few minutes, by the way. Crazy finds today at Target, man. Crazy finds today. I'll be posting that on Instagram later, disavowed_12. But we'll talk about it here as well. But man, G.I. Joe Day today, blowing up the freaking toy community news cycle reset. Everybody now is focused back on pre-orders for all you G.I. Joe Classified and G.I. Joe fans. Happened super fast. Here we are talking new G.I. Joe Classifieds on G.I. Joe Day. And I'll be honest, I really slept on this today. I was at work. Honestly, wasn't paying too close of attention to the news, just doing my job, right? Doing my thing. And barely checked Instagram all day. Very busy day. Didn't have the opportunity to look at it too much. Near the end of the day, had some free time, popped it open and checked it out, and boom, freaking G.I. Joe news out the wazoo. So here we are. We're live on camera. Don't say that I'm not flexible and that I am not able to accommodate quick turnaround, because here we are ready to talk toys. So again, if you didn't follow it like me during the day, and this is the first time you're seeing it, maybe you saw this thumbnail on YouTube, whether you're watching this live or on the playback, tomorrow or something. Yeah, big G.I. Joe Day today. 4 huge, actually technically 5 or 6, depending how you want to do the math on this, huge updates shown today. We were shown renders for 4 different new G.I. Joe Classified pieces. Don't panic. Don't get the wallet sweating quite yet. They are not available for pre-order as of now. I believe they had said it will be available later in 2023. They do have some lives coming up in the future. There was not a live stream today. I believe this is all released over Twitter and other social media apps. I was just trying to catch up after I got home from a toy hunt. So this is like an hour turnaround for me to try to talk about these classified reveals. So I apologize in advance if I get anything wrong, if I misspeak at all. I do that all the time. You guys are used to it if you watch my channel. So let's get right into it. Before we even do that, let's say hello to some people popping up in the chat. Good sir, 4 Feathers is here, holding it down there in the great state of New Jersey. How you doing, man? What's going on? He says, I'm just getting this news via my channel. That's awesome, man. Well, I'll try to do a good job. First touch of the night. I'll try to do a good job of conveying what's out there. We'll look at some pictures. We'll talk about it. Some just awesome heavy hitters were released today to the G.I. Joe world out there. Renegade Biker is in the house. What's going on, man? He says, hey there, Disavowed. How is the weather there today? I have been snow and icebound since Monday in Arkansas. Dude, here we're doing okay. Knock on wood, because here in Pennsylvania, you can blink and there's snow and ice everywhere. Shout out to everybody in Arkansas who's dealing with the bad weather. Also Texas, all the way across to the east from Texas, getting whacked with snowstorms. I guess it's actually ice storms from what I heard. And if you're from the Northeast, you know that ice is way worse than snow. Snow, you pop on the 4-wheel drive, get those treads going, just like one of the reveals we saw today, which we'll talk about in momentarily, and you cut right through that snow, right? Hot knife through butter. You're on ice, I don't care what you're driving. Let's stuff freaking tank. You're in trouble. So Renegade Bikers, stay safe out there, man. Dark Joker Zin is here. Dante, you know what? It's a big show tonight for AEW. I wanted to go live to make sure you're ready to watch in time so that I can quit and tell you to go watch. So what's going on, Dante? My good friend and brother from the Thin Equation podcast. We're on every Friday here on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, along with Action Figgy Skinny and our good friend Rush Collect. So you might see over at Dan Who's channel a whole lot. Also, shout out to Dan Who. Dan, thanks, man, for putting me in the duck race this past Sunday. If you don't watch Dan Who, great content. The dude kills it with live streams. He does Marvel Legends. He does G.I. Joe Classified, Turtles and Tea, all sorts of great Marvel Legends and like all sorts of great stuff on his channel. But he does a duck race. Literally, it's like nothing else in toy collecting. So check that out. Also, before I forget to get to it, shout out to 3 POA Podcast, Ryan, Bobby Vala, Analog Toys, hitting, I believe it was 3,000 subscribers. Awesome job. They hit it live with Articulated Ninja on their show this past weekend. It was a great show, a long show, and they knew it. A little over 3 hours, I believe. I got through the entire thing over the course of some time. I was hanging out with Dante watching via our live stream. watching the Royal Rumble. So check that out on Infinity Equation. It was a great time. And trying to catch some of their live stuff as well. But huge shout out to them. Nice job to those gentlemen. And Articulate Ninja did a great job on there as well, on face on camera. So great job, sir. But yeah, it's just an exciting time right now with all these reveals. And again, as I was saying earlier, I kind of got sidetracked. Check out the Infinity Equation. Dante also posted a lot of great stuff. Infinity creators, all sorts of cool stuff on the channel here on YouTube and also on Instagram. So check Dante's and Infinity Equation stuff out. Hey, what's going on? Young says, bruh, my wallet going to report me for abuse. Smacking that wallet around, dude. Oh my God. Hey, at least the pre-orders aren't currently up yet. So we have time to stash some cash. Get prepared. This is why we played a long game. This is why everybody who watches this channel knows we played a long game and save money where we can. Because eventually all this stuff gets dumped on our lap and we want it and it's new. We got to put out those Benjamins to get it. So that's why we played a long game. Chad, what's going on, Chad? What is up, sir? How you doing, man? Good to see you here. Larry Reed in the house. How you doing, Larry? What's up, man? What is going on, sir? So I think I got to everybody who was here. Four Feathers put up a comment real quick as well. Just got Wave 3 females and went back and finally got his official tactical disavowed action figure trigger. Yes, there it is. Still waiting for the residuals on that likeness rights. Just kidding, of course. But yeah, that's a great figure. I got to get in on these females, man. And again, I'm not starting anything up here. I have more G.I. Joe than I have Action Force, but I love Action Force. I got all my Sergeant Slaughters. I have I got a good number of them, nothing like the diehards that are into it. But I have to say, again, good stuff there. Awesome. This female's wave seems to be incredible. Love Action Force. Again, great stuff. Bobby Vala, awesome with the transparency there. Scott's here. What's going on, Scott? How you doing, sir? Thanks for stopping by, man. Greatly appreciate it. Hashtag residuals. There it is. And Young also threw out there, he still hasn't pulled the trigger on Trigger. Hey, there it is. Pull the trigger on Trigger, man. Dude, Trigger's freaking cool, man. I waited too long to get Trigger. Shout out to Hard to Find Toys hooking me up with Trigger and also that Sergeant Slaughter figure I got autographed. Very cool stuff there, man. But yeah, awesome stuff out there. All right, so let's get to the meat and potatoes here. So today was G.I. Joe Day. I'll be honest, I didn't know that, okay? Cards on the table, I didn't know it was G.I. Joe Day. I didn't find out till really midway through the day. I think Greg, Legends_Ant_Pops, and Archie, and some of the guys in my toy group had messaged me, in our toy group, and messaged me and said, hey, all these reveals are popping, our wallets are sweating, this and that. So I got out of work. I tried to keep up on it, went on a toy hunt. You know, while I was parked in front of Target, trying to scroll through the messages and see everything, I figured it was worthy to go live and talk about this stuff. Also, we will have a conversation before I quit. By the way, these live streams never go past about 7:45. We're not here that long if you want to hang out for a while. I have an update on our 4,000 subscriber giveaway, which actually is going to tie in with the action figure news for today as well, with what's on those pegs, your toy hunting update. So we'll get to that before I quit, before we get out of here for the day. And we'll see what goes on. Greg Jackson is here. Hey, Greg, what's going on? Good to see you here, man. All right, so let's get to the meat and potatoes here. Huge freaking day in the toy world. We have G.I. Joe Classified freaking getting dumped on our laps, which is okay with me. I don't mind it. Incredible reveals. I'd go as far to say this might be the coolest round of reveals we've gotten in one shot. You know, you'd have to maybe fact check me on that. It's also an opinion matter, but seriously, 4 incredible things dropped on us today. Vehicles, classic characters, all sorts of cool stuff. Hey, what's going on? What's up, man? Hey, y'all. Reveals were crazy. Troop Builder reveals. Oh, we're going to get to those Troop Builders. Don't you worry. I'm excited. All right, so let's take a look here. Working our way. I'm using the Hasbro Pulse Twitter page for today's news. Popping it up here on the screen. All right, so the first reveal, I believe we're going in order here of the day, was Snow Job. It says, not to let G.I. Joe Day get too cold, but in this case, it's our first G.I. Joe Classified Series render. And again, these were all renders. These were not actual figures that are in hand. Nothing like that quite yet. They're probably saving those for upcoming live streams. But check out Snow Job and his Arctic gear and loaded with character-inspired accessories to beat Cobra as he skis down the slopes to victory. That's a great write-up right there. So look at all the stuff we're going to get with this guy. I don't think he's considered an exclusive. I could be wrong. I haven't heard that yet. But from what I understand, this should be a standard release. I've watched some videos. I tried to catch up on this. Evidently, he is chocked with all these freaking accessories. Again, if you're a person who skis, I'd imagine this is right up your alley if you're a Joe fan. Alternate head, alternate pieces, the skis, the ski poles, the gun, the backpack, the snowshoes, I guess we call those, right? All the great stuff. Honestly, I from what I've heard, and again, I could be wrong. I can't remember where I saw this as I was driving. I had some podcasts playing and whatnot, other people doing updates. From what I understand, all that gear will attach to that backpack, which, we love storage here at This About Action Figures. We love the boxes they come into, but we love storage on our action figures. I know a lot of you do as well. So if you can store all of this on his persons or him holding it, that is incredible. That's really cool. And it's, again, from an action figure collector standpoint, let me know in the comments if you agree. I love the storage because I don't have to worry about losing anything. I don't have to worry about things falling in the carpet, get eaten by Bruno, right, our dog. I don't need to worry about things getting lost or putting in a baggie and losing the baggie. So the fact that you can put all these accessories on him in some capacity, if that's true, by the way, I'm not positive, is an awesome freaking touch. So Snow Job, very cool. I'm sure we'll get other variations of this guy, as they are saying he's the Arctic version. Remember, we do have Arctic, Storm Shadow. We've seen images over the last 4 or 5 years of Arctic. I believe it was Scarlet as well, which has never come to fruition quite yet. So I think we're going to get some sort of, my guess is we're going to get some sort of either Walmart or Target exclusive down the road. That's going to be an Arctic, kind of like we get Cobra Island or Python Patrol over there at Target. So this thing looks freaking great. Let's see what people in the chat have to say about it. Renegade Biker 24 says, I'm looking forward to getting Snow Job at all the reveals, but I wonder if this year is going to be like last year insofar as that delays and slow releases. I hope not. They've been doing such a better job. It seems like everybody, all the Hasbro product, even other companies like NECA, it seems like they're actually getting things out earlier, if not later. I know that, for instance, the Marvel Legends X-Men retro carded wave is hitting much earlier than people expected. So a lot of these lines, it seems like it's the opposite of what happened during the pandemic. Things are getting out sooner rather than later, except for you Mezco collectors, and I apologize for that. So we'll see what happens there and how that plays out. Hey, Ron's in the house. Whose house? Ron's house is in the house. What's going on, sir? Century the Mad Collector, absolutely friggin' destroying the toy community out there. This great toy collecting, blowing up the toy hunts on YouTube. Check him out if you don't already watch him. You probably already do. The guy's huge, but great stuff. And really enjoy watching Ron. He's been building a forever toy room in his house. We've been watching the buildup of this coming together, coming to fruition. So very cool. Check out his videos, whether it's his hunts or his updates on his collection. Also did a great video recently talking about how he's kind of moving past some collecting, moving past some certain lines, getting back into retro. It's just interesting stuff if you're a collector that's really questioning, what your niche should be in the toy collecting community. So great seeing him here. There he is. Omega Weapon 13 is in the house. This guy's on every live stream. Love chatting up with you, sir. Snowjob probably gets picked on a lot because of his name. A couple times I've said the name already, and I've tried not to misspeak and say something else that's inappropriate, right? What's going on, sir? Don't forget AWAPM, Omega Web 13. I know you love it. I'm just kidding, man. Let's see what we got going on here. Some more comments. Bobby versus Lenny. First Sarge. Yeah, you guys know I don't like to get into the arguments on YouTube. It's not really my style, not my thing. I'm in this to have fun, but I do appreciate people who make any sort of content out there. As long as it's not too crazy, but I'm sure a lot of people, I know there's a lot. Personally, I collect both. More GI Joe because it's more nostalgia to me. Articulated Ninja put it well on 3 POA this past week. You don't need to just collect one. You don't have to argue which one's better or worse. You can just collect what you like and then share your opinions with people, right? So I'm sure this will be a very strong talking point in the community over the next week or so. And again, so I'm sure having the Steel Core out there versus Steel Brigade. Personally, I like the idea of having all of them on a shelf together. Looks pretty cool, but we will obviously talk about that Steel Core reveal. Renegade Biker says, I have the original version of Snow Job in the vintage line. That is very cool. Forfeiter says, never had Snow Job from the OG line. He looks good, though. He can't wait. 6 packs and knickknacks. The king of the reel of craft beer, The Simpsons, and wrestling information. Says, what goes on here? It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. That is right, man. Hey, no problem, Ron. I'm happy to, again, when it's good content, some people have said to me in the past, like, oh, you spend so much time talking about other people's content. Dude, if people make good content and I don't mind talking about it. That's the thing. Like, we're all in the same group here. I don't mind, talking to people about what they're doing out there. I think it's a fun time. Chad says, G.I. Joe is the best line out there, period. Ooh, shots fired, man. They are killing it right now. I will say that they've really course corrected with what they were doing over there at Hasbro. I know there's still people, that are unhappy. It's always going to happen. I like what I'm getting. I don't buy everything. I passed on Dusty. I passed on Zorana. I don't need everything. I'm not a completionist. You can kind of see I started putting a new shelf together behind me here finally, back over my shoulder. Finally moved the classifieds on camera. But you buy what makes you happy. I always say that. So if these make you happy, buy them. If you don't like them, don't get them, right? That's what we usually say. All right, so that was Snow Job. Let's keep this thing moving. There are 3 more reveals to get through before we get to AEW tonight and watching that. So our next reveal is Scrap Iron. And we knew about this thing coming in the pike. I believe this was updated. It says we don't want to blow up anyone's spot. That's good. But that's exactly what the next G.I. Joe Day render reveal is about to do. Check out Scrap Iron equipped with his rocket-loaded electric anti-armor drone and blast effects. That is freaking cool. And again, you can see it says pre-order later this year. So pre-orders not quite out there. And again, it's just a render. These renders can change. But again, awesome looking blast effects here. I think it's really cool. We get this freaking rocket-loaded anti-armor drone. This launcher looks cool. Look at the treads. You can really see treads right there on the actual equipment itself. Figure looks great. We get the missiles. We obviously get a gun there, some more explosion, and it looks like smoke pieces at the bottom. So I believe this will be a deluxe release. I would think very akin to what we got with our Fiona and Crocmaster, where you are getting additional accessories or a vehicle, obviously in this situation, essentially equipment with the figure itself. So keeping that in mind, this looks really freaking cool. But again, everybody knows that the kryptonite of the toy hunter is the rain. However, the kryptonite of the toy collector is real estate or space. Where do we go with this? I invested in a new shelf and it's almost full already. So this looks really freaking cool. It's definitely gonna be something I'm gonna want to pick up. But again, you get in the space thing. We got to see how this is gonna work out, how it's gonna transpire on the shelf. Ron says Joe line is definitely where it finally needs to be. Some nice reveals here. Yeah, I think they really scored a lot of credibility with the community putting these out there, as long as the follow through is there, right? Chad says, seriously, might pick up some of the female characters from Valiverse. Yeah, dude, they're so cool. Again, all the reviews I've been watching, Art G did some great reviews on those female figures. They look cool. I just really try to be careful. I really try to watch where I spend my money because I collect so many different things. If I only did military lines, I'd be all in, probably all in on G.I. Joe and all in on Valiverse Action Force. But I pick and choose from both. I really do. I just personally try to watch where I invest my money because I do Marvel Legends, because I do NECA, because I dabble a little bit in Mezco. I do AEW wrestling. It's just, you really have to be careful because it adds up super, super fast. A Tizzles here says, I'm sorry. Didn't know. Alyssa, Tizzle, I didn't know I was live streaming tonight. I was talking to Six Packs and decided just to randomly set it up. Forfeather says, Chad, you won't be disappointed. They go pretty well with the classified line. And that's just it. You can mix and match as you feel necessary. Dante says, A Tizzle, when are we not streaming? Dante, isn't that right? Dude, Monday night was off the freaking chain. There were so many freaking people. I'm just checking my phone here. Sorry. There were so many freaking people live streaming, and it's all content I wanted to watch. RG was live. Legends Lounge was live. I know Kevin was live over at Toying Around. They were analyzing their most recent Bad Batch episode. So again, if you don't catch stuff live, everybody, watch the playbacks, give these people some comments, hit the like buttons on the videos afterwards. Live views are obviously great, but if you go back and support all this great content, people are busting their butt to make these videos. If you can't catch them live, and I totally get it, I was trying to bounce back across all of them and say hi to people. Toy Migos, I think we're all, Tuesday. Tuesday was Toy Migos. They were the other night. So just so much great content in the toy community out there. Trying to support everybody, trying to say hello to as many people as we can. Scott says Scrap Iron is awesome. Hoping Hasbro sends these out in mass. It seems like, again, they've been doing better. For instance, Target right now, this is going to be saved for later, but we'll say it now. Target is clearancing out Python Patrol. It's already happening, and Tiger Force, okay? So today on my toy hunt, I did see $11 Python Patrol Viper. Shout out to Art G. Also, Greg had mentioned it. Legends _ and Pops. And also, oh God, I'm blanking on his name. I don't want to say it wrong. I'm just going to look it up real quick. A good sir, a good gentleman over there hanging out on Instagram did message me, and I'm sorry I'm blanking on his name, and I'm sorry I'm taking time, but I want to mention him. Lamont King on Instagram. Shout out to you, sir. Also sent me a picture from his state where he did see the different classifieds on clearance. So I did pick up some classified G.I. Joe Python Patrol. additional Vipers, some for my collection. Also, I'm going to do a giveaway. So we're a little less than 200 subscribers away here on the channel from hitting 4,000. 4,000. I can't believe we might get there. Looking forward to hopefully getting over the mountain here. But when we hit 4,000 subscribers, I will give away a G.I. Joe classified Viper from the Python Patrol. Okay, and maybe some more things as well. We'll talk more about it as we get closer to that 4K number. It seems very far away, but hopefully with the Toy Hunt videos, the live streams and reviews, people who are new and just might be watching but not subbed, hit that button and we can give some things away at 4,000 subscribers on our live stream for 4K. But yeah, some G.I. Joe classified, some other stuff I have ready to give away. So, but definitely one of those Vipers is going out to somebody for Python Patrol when we hit 4,000. So please hit that sub button and share, where you can, and let people know. Man, there's so many comments. I'm trying to get to everybody here. Hey, Northern Nomad, pops. What's going on, man? What is up, Sarah? Good to see you here, man. Thanks for stopping by. I think I missed this one here. Renegade Biker said, cool 4 feathers, thanks. He's hoping that his has a Sky Striker comes in soon. I hope it does too, dude. I didn't partake in that. Again, I pick and choose, but I hope you love it when it comes in. Brian King in the house, always sending me cool stuff over there on Instagram. Scrap Iron is one of his favorites. Well, dude, you're going to want to get it on this one, right? Looks freaking cool. Renegade Biker 24 added, I'm going to have to get Scrap Iron in vintage line eventually. Rat Faces here. Can't wait to see James reviewing some new G.I. Joe Classified. I think he just posted an unboxing of his new Action Force. That is the Females Wave. So check out James's reviews. He's killing it up there in Canada. Loving it. All right. So again, Scrap Iron, very cool looking. Look who he is. There he is. Archie in the house. It's going hard. Art, I was just saying a huge thank you to you and some other people for giving me the heads up about those G.I. Joe Classified Vipers hitting clearance at Target. By the way, they also had the Bat down to 19. And they also had Marvel Legends figures, the Infinity Ultron wave from the What If wave. They did have Hawkeye down to 16. Kate Bishop was down to 11. I gobbled her up at 16 at $11. Hope they get Hawkeye at 11. But again, thanks, Art. Always appreciate those heads up. Check out those Archie toy hunts, everybody. The man is a machine. He recently hit 4K. He's on the march to 5K. So always support your toy hunters. They're out there in those stores working hard for you. All right, so this is probably going to be one of the more divisive releases, but also well celebrated. And that's going to be the G.I. Joe Classified Steel Core. G.I. Joe Classified Army Builders are something I obviously love. This 2-pack looks so freaking cool. Again, I understand we're getting into some territory here where you're going to probably have some people who are going to talk about the fact that we have the G.I. Joe core here, the 2-pack with the female and the male Army Builders. And then, of course, we do have the Action Force Bobby Vala as well. So again, the names obviously are slightly different due to legal reasons, but we do have those figures. I think they'll look cool together on a shelf, obviously. But here it says Steel Core are the next render reveal we're bringing to you. These Joes are coming in hot with jetpacks, swappable heads, and an array of weapons and blast effects that are sure to turn up the heat in their battle against Cobra. So again, I hope that those blast effects are universal and will also work with Marvel Legends. I know we did get that Marvel Legends. Would have been Black Widow. It was a Target exclusive, I think. Then it was everywhere, like Ollie's and weird places. We did get that Shield backpack, the Shield jetpack. So I would hope that some of these pieces do plug and play across lines. But again, great Army Builder pack here. This very much makes me think of the Shield Army pack that they did at Hasbro Pulse as an exclusive. This has so many great blast effects. I see silencers in there, multiple guns. Obviously, there's a male and a female. They come with swappable heads. So you could really mix and match here, do a whole shelf of these things, very similar to what we did with our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Army Builders. Let me know in the comments. Is this something you're going to pick up to mix in with your Iron Brigade? I think that will look cool together personally. Again, I think there's room for all these lines on your shelf if it's what you like. But this is cool. I love accessories. I don't know if they told us the prices yet. That's where I'm going to get nervous. Is this going to be $49.99? Is it going to skew closer to $59.99? It seems like a lot of figures now are $25 and $30 a piece. What do you think in the comments? Where do you think this is going to fall regarding prices? Because that's where it could be a problem. If they price themselves out and push this price too high, collectors are going to get a little bit nervous, right? And this being, I think, probably new molds, obviously new heads. unless they have some reuse here from other figures, this could be an issue. So keep your finger on the pulse here, no pun intended, Hasbro, to see what these eventually do go up for at retail. I don't think they announced it. If they have announced it, please let me know. I'd love to know what they are going for out there. Brian added that he thinks he'll pick up one set of these steel core. Definitely. I think I'm at least in for one. Okay, Figures is here. Cheers, my friend. Let's get the glass for the official clink on camera. There it is, sir. How you doing, man? You get some of that Wednesday night elixir for a live stream. What's going on, man? Yeah, this is a very appealing, cool-looking set to me as well. Scott said, awesome. Finally, the Joe Jetpack has arrived. Yeah, man, I'm excited to see that. And we're getting to the best reveal next, I think, to be perfectly honest. Ratface says, hey, me too. I'm scared about the prices. It's going to be an expensive 2023. It's been an expensive 2023, 2022, 2021. It's been an expensive 5 years as a toy collector. So, unfortunately, I think it's going to keep going this direction. But people are getting their voices heard. I understand from watching 3POA this past week. I think Dan Ewan might have put a tweet out that said he understands some of the frustration that's out there. So again, those guys, these people on these teams, Lenny and those guys, they don't control these prices. At least I don't think that they do, as far as I'm concerned. That's people above their heads. They just have to work with it. So hopefully the Hasbro higher ups, with what happened with the Ghost Rider car. The Charger and everything else start to realize, hey, like we can't price ourselves too high or the consumers aren't going to buy, or they're going to play a long game, which you guys know I will do on occasion. I'll buy something brand new or even at premium if I love it. But if it's just something average, I'm probably going to wait if it's priced too high. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are there, everybody. So again, this 2-pack is freaking great. But as we are getting later in the night already here, closer to the start of AEW, Dante, let's just take a real quick look here at our final reveal of the day for the G.I. Joe Classified. Again, I'm sure we're getting more down the road. This is just for today. This thing is freaking cool. You guessed it. We're getting the freaking Trubble bubble. This thing looks incredible. Such fond memories of having one of these as a kid. We're also getting the Televiper with him as well. He looks well done. We get a swappable head here. Looks like we get a white Caucasian, I think also African-American. So we do get, I love when we do get representation in our action figure lines. Again, keep bringing it back to that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 2-pack that they had on Hasbro Pulse. I'm checking it out across the way on my shelf right now. It's nice to get that representation. So very cool. We're getting alternate heads with this. Again, we get the Trubble freaking bubble. Classified fans wanted more accessories, but also they want more vehicles. This is cool. I can just imagine this being like, hopefully, like putting together Serpentor or a MODOK, one of those big chunky Marvel Legend, or again, probably more like Serpentor regarding a vehicle, popping things together, maybe even mention Bone Breaker. I love putting these things together. It takes me back to my childhood. I've talked about it in the past. Rest in peace, my Uncle Pete. He was a great man. He spoiled me as a child, would get me all the G.I. Joe classifieds, little original G.I. Joes when I was back in the late 80s, early 90s. And he'd buy me vehicles, but he'd say, Tim, you got to put them together because I want you to learn how to do these things. And he'd help me put the stickers on after a while. Such good memories of that stuff. That's probably why I'm so partial to G.I. Joe Classified. But yeah, this thing looks great. Trubble Bubble looks awesome. Televiper looks great. It's an Army Builder figure with an Army Builder vehicle. That is ingenious. They could have split them up, did them different. Here, again, you're going to want to build an army of both of these. What better way to do it to put them both in the same packaging? So very awesome, very cool. I don't think I read the read-up. Read-up said G.I. Joe Day is in for some trouble. Wait, we mean trouble with a U. That's right. The final render reveal for today is none other than the G.I. Joe Classified Cobra Televiper and Trubble Bubble. It's awesome. I will be picking up one of these. This is one of those where I don't think I'm too concerned with price. Now, Hasbro, don't fleece us on this, but for the most part, I will pay a decent amount for this. I haven't thought about what I'd pay for it yet. I mean, if this thing were like around $45, that'd be incredible. For a figure and the Trubble Bubble itself. I'm a little worried it's going to be more than that. You think about how big that Trubble Bubble is going to be, what the plastic is going to fit into the packaging and everything. So we'll see, again, when the prices do get posted later. But let's see what people think in the comments regarding this. Four Feather says, Trubble Bubble, hells yeah, man. Totally with it. Art says, Four Feathers, open it all. Scott added to the conversation and said, hell yeah, Trubble Bubbles. Hoping they release that as a separate item as well. That would be cool, too, if they did split them up a little bit. Let's see. Renegade Biker 24 says, disavowed. The F1 4A Tomcat Squadron I was in was based at NAS Miramar, aka Top Gun, called VF24 Fighting Renegades. So bring back that, dude. That is incredible, man. Thank you for sharing that. That is so freaking incredible. That's awesome to know, man. I always wondered about your name. Very cool, dude. Let's see here. Skew Raider says facts. The crossover is the fun part, like crazy. Action figure and classified. Yeah, man. Let's support. Obviously support Bobby. He really went out on a limb creating this company. He's doing an awesome job, killing it over there. I think he said something on 3POA. They have sent figures to like 33 different countries or something like that. That's quite awesome. But again, if you like Action Force, you like G.I. Joe, why fight? Let's collect what we love. If you don't like them, don't collect them. Archie says, I love how Tim was slowing down on Joe's, and I know I'm excited. Yeah, Art, dude. Again, I think I said this the other day, Art. Because I do play the long game on a lot of different figures and lines, I save money where I can. I get something half off. I get something. I know that's not necessarily helping the company, but it's helping me. But that allows me then, okay, I can slide back over here to column B or column A, get some more G.I. Joe. I think the big thing for this year I'm going to try to stick to, Art, is trying to not buy wrestling figures full price at all. I'm really going to fight it hard to get myself to the end of the year, get to those December sales. Ringside Collectibles, as you're aware, sir, and everybody else is aware, was killing it with their deals for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. They had like 5 different days of Cyber Monday. So I think I'm going to try to save some money. I still want to collect AEW, Unrivaled and Unmatched, and Supremes eventually. But it's a sliding scale. If you save money over here, you can maybe spend some money over here. So, definitely not out of G.I. Joe, just not a completionist at this point in time. Again, if I missed any comments, I apologize. Ratface said Pains. That's what I was going to say. It's a Serpentor price. Yeah, I think I missed Pains' comment. I'm sorry. Where was it? There it was there. Pains did add above. Figure it'll be a Serpentor price. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be that expensive, but I think you're right. I think it's going to be closer to Serpentor than the Fiona 2-pack, right? Would be my guess. Let's see here. Slowing down. There we go. Slowing down on Joe's, huh? There's tons more. Yeah. I honestly, again, I represent Cobra here. I have a lot more Cobra than I do G.I. Joe, whether that's because what's been released or my hunting and my collecting. I don't quite know. Pains ads has to be, see it being Ram cycle price. Okay. So a Ram cycle price I could deal with. What's that? $49.99, I think, with the Ram cycle. Around there, $39.99. It all runs together anymore. I could definitely pay that. I would pay that in a heartbeat for this. Art says, yes, sir, I'm there with you and just waiting for Ringside to drop those prices. Yeah, dude. Again, if they were released something that just blows me away, I would pick it up. I can't even think of anybody right now that I feel that way about. But if there was something that just looks so incredible, but really I'm gonna slow it down in that regard this year with wrestling. Renegade ads. That's actually Brian. Glad I'm only collecting G.I. Joe, Action Force. Yeah, the more things you're in on, the harder it definitely gets for sure. Renegade said, you are welcome, Four Feathers. I'm also looking forward to getting Shipwreck. Yeah, Shipwreck's what I'm going to get. I need that parrot. I need Polly, right? Since I dressed like him when I was in the Navy, except for the tattoo and Polly. You need Polly, dude. You need Polly. Pains ads, don't see it at that price. Autocorrect hates me. All right. All right. You got my hopes up there, man. All right. So we're getting near the end here, everybody. It's about 7:43. Again, great reveals from G.I. Joe. Awesome stuff. It was a great day. Again, let me know in the comments, what are you most excited about getting? What are you most excited about picking up for your collection here moving forward? Just a lot of cool stuff going on out there. What can I say? Save money where you can and buy what you like and what makes you happy, right? All right, so we'll get ready to get out here. Before we do, we'll say goodbye to some other people's comments as they pop up. Again, hit those targets. We do have the G.I. Joe Classified, Python Patrol, Bats, and Vipers coming up as clearance. Could be $19, could be as low as $11. If it hits $7, then that's incredible. I will be giving one of those away if/when we eventually hit 4,000 subscribers. Hoping it happens sooner rather than later. Again, I didn't check what we were at recently. I could probably pull it up here really quickly. We are currently at 3.81. So we're a little less than 200 subscribers away right now from hitting 4,000. I will give one of those away to whoever would win a giveaway. Don't know what we'll do for the giveaway yet. It could be the spinny wheel, could be trivia, whatever. We'll figure it out when we get closer to 4K. But as a thank you to the community, I will be putting one of those out there. Maybe more than one. We'll see. But we'll talk more about giveaways. But one of those for sure when we hit 4K to just basically thank everybody. As far as toy hunts go, I did put one out this past week. I have a new one probably coming out tomorrow night, I believe. I've been putting them out before the Infinity Equation on Fridays, but I find that it's a quick turnaround for me because I want to be on there interacting with everybody in the chat on a premiere. So it's just quick to do that and then get back to IE. So again, I'll probably put it out tomorrow night. Infinity Equation podcast with Dante, Rush, and Action Figure Skinny this upcoming Friday. I think it's just us, Dante. If there's a guest you want me to plug, let me know. I know upcoming guests. I'm very excited for people coming up later in February. We're on every Friday live here on YouTube, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dante also uploads that to definitely the iTunes podcasts app, maybe even Spotify. I can't quite remember, to be honest. But definitely good stuff brewing, good figures coming, clearances to be had. Marvel Legends, Infinity, Ultron, What If Wave hitting clearance right now as well. So if you're at a Target, check it out. Can't hurt. See what you can find. Save money where you can, right? That's what it's all about at this point. All right, so final comments of the night. And then we will get out of here for the evening. Let's see here. Awesome stream. Thanks for the Target clearance. Heads up, bro. Hey, peace, man. Thank you. And again, Archie, Greg, all you guys who gave me the shout out about the G.I. Joe Classified clearance. I appreciate you guys for the news. Four Feathers says, Renegade Biker 24, my brother served in the Navy. And yes, that is true. Dressed similar. And by the way, I forgot to add this. Thank you for your service. We really appreciate that, sir. Scott says that is awesome. Target run tomorrow. Yeah, and again, everybody, if it's not on clearance, don't give the Target people crap. It's a slow rollout for some stores, right? But yeah, hopefully you find some clearance stuff out there. James, you got it, man. No problem. No Serpentor giveaway. Dude, I'm just happy I didn't break my Serpentor yet. I don't know if you can even see him. I have him up on top of the shelf, actually. He'll probably fall off. But unfortunately, I don't have that RG money, as we like to say. It's kid art. I only have one of those, man. But he will stay nestled in my shelf up there, Omega Weapon. Four Feathers says, yep, Four Feathers, that's cool. Okay figures added. Have a great night, everybody. Going home to watch Wakanda Forever. That's right, it is. It came out today on Disney Plus. That is awesome. I have to watch that. I did see it in the theaters, but I do want to watch it again. I thought Namor was pretty freaking cool in that movie, man. Galactus giveaway. Well, I haven't opened them yet, right, Scott? So yeah, there it is. That's gonna be the clip, right? I say giveaway, and he's in the background. That's gonna be the clickbait, and I don't do that stuff. At least I try not to. Four Brothers, good night, everybody. Good stream. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate you being here. Nerd Affiliated, what's up, man? Saw Hawkeye and Kate for 11. Yeah, I saw Hawkeye at 16. I don't have a Hawkeye in my Marvel Legends collection, so I want to get him at 11. Hopefully I do. But that's awesome you found them. I know NJ Tree mentioned he found them that price as well. Renegade said, I'm strong to the finish because I eat me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor, man. Toot toot. Hey, we got a porn bot in the house. Always good to see those popping up at the end there. They're spamming me. All right, everybody. So that's about it for tonight. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. If you are new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It's free for you. Doesn't cost you anything. Helps us grow the channel tremendously, especially on our march to 4K. Hit that bell for notifications. I think it's on this side. That way YouTube actually notifies you and tells you when we post new content here on the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, live streams. Leave a comment down below. Hit that like button. And for daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us out at Instagram and Twitter at disavowed_12. Hey, everybody. If you're going toy for this week, please try to remember the 3 Ps of the toy hunt. Patience, persistence, but most of all, politeness. Take care. Stay healthy. I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs. Bye, guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. And Yo Joe or Korbalalala. All right. Bye, guys. See ya.